Last lightning round question, buy or sell. Are exclusive executive networks and peer events a must buy for fostering meaningful relationships, or are they overvalued?
I think we're seeing a major surge in these that are compensating for essentially the lack of this that's taking place. And at the same time, what's really interesting is I was just working with a client who had such a powerful one that these individuals didn't feel that they needed to participate in more industry specific ones. So like I get everything I need from this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes a vendor or a trusted partner can actually provide that for you. And there's all sorts of opportunities, but there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them coming onto the market right now, and the cost can be pretty expensive. But I do think, again, there's value if you're not getting it in other places, especially around finding your tribe and connecting with your people.
And so my best practice here is, how do you piggyback on other events? So if you're an early stage founder and you're going, a lot of folks are going to be at SaaStr and you want to sell that, how do you create the event around the event? The dinner, the happy hour, or something that's fun, that's a little bit different than just doing another thing like everybody else is. It's hard because people, they have their dance card full and they may not show
Yep.
up. But if you're able to create authentic relationships going in there, and then people feel there's a little bit of relation capital and that they're committed to go, or maybe make it smaller with just a few people and it's an intimate dinner. But I think you get a lot of advantage. Salesforce, there's a lot of like events around the event because people have already traveled to it. Austin, the big cities, there are events around the events, I think can really help. I think sometimes partnering with other companies, especially if you're small. So how do you have a coalition, two or three people that may be focused on a specific persona? So for us selling to the CFO, well, who are the other partners in the ecosystem where you can tell a broad story of why these pieces are together? You can combine efforts in doing the outreach, and you're facilitating conversations, which isn't solution specific. It's more broad about trends in the industry or something on those lines can help as well.
It really is. Where I had to do this at a level that was probably the highest level was in Davos, and trying to figure out how you do that there, because you've got a main event and then you've got a lot of noise. And this is the season right now where all of those invites are coming into the inbox and it is just raining opportunities. So how do you make sense of those, and how do you stand out in that sea of opportunity? Because everything is AI this, AI that. And what are you going to do? Come in with another AI conversation? So thinking about that differentiation, thinking about that, where are you showing that you can invest in their success differently, but also starting to build a caliber of other participants that they are going to gain value from connecting with during that time. So that's always the game. That's where the fun is, really trying to think about what's going to make you stand out and be differentiated in those types of environments. Whether you're doing on the sidelines at Dreamforce, Davos, SaaStr, there's a number of them. That I think the biggest one, just clogging a lot of our LinkedIn feeds recently, was AWS reInvent. A lot of sideline activity there, a lot of, and I think that event's been getting a ton of momentum.